What's going on, traders? Welcome back to the weekly Forex Outlook and Reviews. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend and enjoying your Sunday. We're going to go over 10 to 15 pairs today. We're not going to take too much time on it. We're going to see what the markets are doing just to get ourselves in the mood to start next week. Just remember, everybody, it's only 2 weeks into the year, so keep on going, stay focused, stay patient, and most of all, continue to trust the process. So we'll look at our first pair today, which is Pound USD. First things I'm going to identify is key levels. So as you probably can see here, this is our major high. Now, throughout last week, we did see a really strong rally to the upside with Pound showing strength. And then towards the end of the week, you probably noticed that we started to see price failing to break above some of the major structural highs. Now, we're not talking about any structural high here. If you look to the left, this is a very major high. Price hasn't come back to these levels for a very long time, but we did notice towards the later part in the week the dollar strengthening. Now, as things are slowly settling down over there, I reckon we should see the dollar start to recover. But obviously, it's not about what I think will happen. We have to wait and see what happens. But moving into next week, I really am interested to see how price can start trading to the downside on Pound USD, providing that obviously price doesn't break back above these levels anytime soon. So with that being said, I'm going to be waiting for price to come back to some of these levels here in the market for a retest. If you've not watched my latest YouTube video about key levels, the two levels we're going to be focusing on here as part of a reversal structure is always going to be the retest level and the major structural high. So for that reason, I would like to see price come back to some of these retest levels here in the market, just for a simple retest and a continuation to the downside. Now, the first things I'll ask myself when looking for targets is, where do I think the market will go to if I do plan to sell this? And I think it goes without saying, some of the targets that we're going to be looking for are in and around these levels here. Once price starts to pull back and create a retest, if it will continue to the downside, then we'll be looking for management levels in and around here. And then we'll continue to see how much we can take out of the market. So that's my views on Pound USD. The next pair that we'll take a look at is EURUSD. Now, as you probably can see here, the confluence, looking at Pound USD, that the dollar definitely is showing its strength here. We've had a break of this brick wall. As you can clearly see, price was trading above it for a very long period of time. We finally had a break of this structure, pulling back, creating some sort of retest with multiple wick rejections, and now we can see this market has continued to rally to the downside. So just think of it this way: if we're planning to sell this market, we want to see price taking out some of these structural lows, violating them, violating the brick wall, as I've highlighted to you in my previous YouTube video, and then looking for the retest and the continuation to the downside. Now, if we was in this trade, we'll be looking for management levels here at the structural lows. And if we were looking for targets on this market structure, then we'll be looking for price to get back down to some of these levels here. So what's the plan moving forward then? Well, I prefer at this stage to continue selling EURUSD, as I can clearly see that there is a downtrend that has formed. The sentiment is very bearish in my opinion, and the way I'd like to trade this is seeing price pulling back to some of these major levels here for a retest, seeing if I can get involved in the market at these key levels to continue selling them back down to this structural low. And if price doesn't pull back and we continue to have a really strong bullish push to the downside, then you probably all know what I'm looking for next. It's just going to be a simple break and retest of these structures. In terms of targets, I'm going to be looking for price to get back down to some of these major lows here, and then obviously I'll use this range from the structural high back down to this lows, or this low should I say, to look for potential trading opportunities. So that's my opinion on EURUSD. My opinion on Aussie dollar USD is this. Now, we have seen the structure of this market trending up to the upside for a very long period of time. You probably can see from the structure that price has been failing to break above. For the first time in a very long time, we have broken the brick wall. We've come back to the retest level that we'd like price to get to, and we can see this push to the downside. Just for added confluence with this structure, I would like to see price take out a low here, just to continue to show evidence that we're not going to continue ranging, and that with this reversal is definitely going to start kicking in. That word definite was the wrong word, but obviously see signs of the reversal kicking in, and then we'll look to take a break and retest these structural lows, and then look to take this market or sell this market back down to some of these structural levels here. Very simple analysis on Aussie dollar USD, but as far as I'm concerned, with confluence from Pound USD and Euro USD, this definitely makes sense. The next pair that we'll take a look at is USD/JPY. Now we can clearly see that the structure has been ranging, so we've neither broken to the upside or downside last week. I personally would like to see a break either to the upside or downside with the structure of this market. If I was to choose a directional bias, I probably would go for sells more than anything. And the only reason why I'd say sells is because I can see the structure of the market is making lower lows and lower highs. But as I mentioned again in my previous YouTube video, and yes, I am promoting it because I think it's a fantastic educational video for you all to watch. I think we need to see the market break below these lows first, look for these retests and continuations as part of this brick wall being respected and these lower lows and lower highs forming. Next pair that we'll take a look at is USD CAD. Now, to be honest with you, when it comes to JPY, CAD and Aussie dollar, some of the strongest currency pairs, or the major currencies like the pound and the euro and the dollar, have not been doing too well against the CAD and the Aussie dollar. Now, you can do the research as to why, but in my personal opinion, I'm focusing on price action. So the point I'm trying to make here is if the structures of the markets are not clear, we can't see a trend that's been developed, and we can't figure out what we're looking to trade, then what I would say to you is put a red flag on it and move on. The next pair that we'll take a look at is Euro Aussie dollar. Now, as I said, the Aussie dollar has been pretty strong, and you probably can go and take a look at Aussie dollar USD. We're only starting to see a reversal now, but the structure of this market has been trending to the downside. We haven't had much faith in the euro for quite some time now, at least for the last 2 weeks or so. So personally, I'm only going to sell this market. I would say the major key levels you want to be looking at are in and around here. Now, it's not a specific level, but I would say that you want to take into account most of the wicks. And I would say look at this level here. As long as price is trading below this level into next week, then we should be good for sells once given the evidence of price creating some sort of break and retest of structure, or for new momentum to kick in, which is price creating a break of some of these lows here, get the shift, then potentially look for some of the retests, and then look for the continuations. There is no evidence here of a reversal. The structure is sell bias. We're making lower lows and lower highs. We're trading below the brick wall, and as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing more to consider when looking at this pair. The next pair that we'll take a look at is New Zealand dollar USD. We can clearly see the strength of the dollar kicking in here. We have a really strong uptrend, price trading above it, making higher highs and higher lows. We have the first break of structure here. We have price coming back into this key level to confirm a level has been created with a break and retest, and then we have evidence of that price action respecting that structure, and now we have this strong rally to the downside. We have literally just broken through a very, very strong level in the market, indicating this continued sell by structure, making lower lows and lower highs, double top patterns, break below structures. So as of next week, I'll be supporting sells on this pair unless things change overnight. But obviously, I'll be looking for my break and retest. I'll be looking to trade this down to some of these levels here for potential management levels, and in terms of potential target levels or ranges, if we're going to continue sell bias, then it will be some of these structural lows here. Now, just because I'm saying there's a retest level, it doesn't mean price cannot break into these levels or break back into these levels, should I say. But for me, I'm looking for clean price action, and this is one of the patterns I'll be looking for, especially on New Zealand dollar USD. The next pair that we'll take a look at is Euro New Zealand dollar. Now, in my personal opinion, the structure of this market is still sell bias, but it is very messy, and I do see the structure of this market being more rangy than having a directional bias. So as I've mentioned in my previous YouTube video, I'm going to be waiting for a break and retest of the structure to look for some sort of confirmation of where potentially this market could go. The next pair that we'll take a look at is EURJPY. Now, I have mentioned previously in the weekly Forex Outlook and reviews that I do not support the euro at the moment in terms of its strength, and we can clearly see where the money lies. We have investors investing their money in the yen. We know it's a safe haven currency. There's obviously less drama going on over there than there is in Europe with the deals and whatever else. So personally, I would say with how we've just violated this structural low, we are simply just looking for a retest of the structure and some sort of continuation to the downside. And in terms of where we could go, I would say because our major level to the downside is in and around this level here, These will definitely be targets. The range is huge, so we definitely could get there. But what I would say is take a management level where you feel that, or where we can see we will get a reaction, not necessarily a strong reaction, but we're more likely to get a reaction from management. And then just make sure if you plan to sell it, you're not selling it too close to this range, or I should have said better still, make sure you have enough range to sell it to this key level, so you can get those trades to break even before you get a reaction and see the market do something silly, okay? So that's Euro-yen. Pound JPY, we can clearly see that the structure of this market has been pushed into the upside. We was in a consolidation, which you probably can see here. We had a sideways moving market, then we had another sideways moving market. We have broken out of this structure, meaning that most traders will be looking for a retest of this level. I personally say that is the right thought process, but with evidence of JPY being pretty strong, I personally would say the structure of the market has created some sort of early evidence or signs that it's failing to make new higher highs. We have a double top pattern here, which is which is a good sign of a potential reversal in the market. Now, the structure of the market is still bullish, so please obviously bear that in mind. I would say with this, I personally would be looking to see one or two things here. Will price come back to this level for a retest and a continuation as part of the structure of this market, indicating that it's failing to break above this structure? If I was to draw my brick wall, I probably would draw it something like this to indicate the price action trading above these levels, and I would see what is happening now because of the breakers of this low as evidence of the bears stepping into this market. So what I will be looking for is one or two things here. Can price hold this key level here and respect it? If it can, then what I would need it to do for buying opportunities is I'd need to see price kick the momentum back in again, look for a retest, and then I'll take a continuation. But if the market does not respect this structure, then in my humble opinion, I will only be looking for a continuation back to the downside. Now, this seems confusing, but so is the structure of confusing. It's not clear. It's in an early sign of a reversal. The uptrend definitely stands for now, but with the break below the structure and the double top, I'm curious to see what will happen, especially yen showing strength over here versus the euro, and we've had a lot of evidence, or strong evidence, to support why we could sell or buy the yen. So for now, that is my opinion. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on pound yen, because obviously the structure does seem but bullish, but it also is giving us evidence of bearish behavior and a potential reversal. Let me not waste too much time on this one and move on to gold. Now, a lot of you have requested me to analyze gold. I want to be very, very clear with you. I do not trade gold, and I certainly am not the greatest at analyzing it from the perspective that it needs to be analyzed. So I'll tell you now, I'm only doing this from a price action perspective, and I would say with the structure of this market, or my analysis on this market, will just be based on structure and behavior only. So the first things that I observe on the structure of the market is, where is the major level, which would be, obviously, I'll be looking at my structural lows, and where is my major structural highs. Now, in terms of the structure, I know this is ranging, so I'd love to put a box over it, but I want to break this down in terms of how I see this. And again, please pop your thoughts below and let me know what you think of this. But in my humble opinion, the structure of this market is extremely sell biased. We've had a really strong rally to the upside. Price has been respecting key levels here, making higher highs and higher lows. Now, in terms of the structure, I would say that at this moment in time, I would have turned this into a range if I was trading this, let's say the last week or the week before. And I'd say I'd need to see a break above this key level to confirm bullish sentiment. And in order to buy it, I would either scale down through my intraday timeframes to look for a potential trading opportunity, or I need a retest of this structure to see this continue up. With this really strong impulsive move, we have really strong bearish candles to the downside. Comparing the behavior of this bearish move, we can clearly see that not many candles to the left of this have had this much volume, and clearly the retest of this consolidation did not hold. We saw that price create a slight pullback, giving us an indication here of about 16 hours worth of bearish pressure with multiple wick rejections, and then if I'm looking for sells, I'm looking for price to take out a structural low and then looking for a continuation down. So that being said, I'm more sell biased than I am buy bias, but there's a couple of things I will consider next week. If I'm continuing to sell the structure of this market, I will need price to break below this level, as it's a very crucial level in the market, and then I'll potentially be looking for retest and continuations. If this impulsive move to the downside is going to be corrected and the bears are stepping out of the market and bulls are starting to enter the market, then we could support or understand based on behavior why the market is now starting to consolidate. And if it is going to break above structure, I'll be more than satisfied to look for those continuation buys back to some of these key levels here before or even before the trend starts to form an uptrend. That's my views on this. I guess I don't need to make excuses or reasons as to why I don't feel I'm the best at analyzing gold, but as I have said to you, my analysis is based on price action only. I feel this is too generic, so I'm not going to give you a generic bias actually. I'd say for now I'm supporting sells only with the structure of the market. The consolidation does have my ears pricked a little bit, makes me think what is happening, but I guess if I'm going to continue with the sentiment without anticipating a reversal, I'm only going to be looking for continuation sells, and the only time I would look for those sells is once we have a break close below this structure, and then look for some sort of retest and continuation. So they're the pairs that I've analyzed today. In my humble opinion, I personally feel that I will be supporting the dollar next week. I mean, everything could change overnight, but looking at the structures of the market from pound USD, we can see price hasn't been able to break above some of these major highs on this 4-hour time frame. Dollar is definitely strengthening. Here on EURUSD, we can clearly see the dollar has shown its strength. Aussie dollar USD, we can see that the Aussie dollar has been very strong, especially versus the dollar, and obviously the uncertainty over in the US, but we can see things starting to calm down a bit, and question is, are we going to have a recovery from this dollar? Now, yen is obviously showing its strength as well, because as you saw with some of the other pairs, we have seen yen really push into the downside, especially versus the euro and the yen. So when you have two strong currencies together, more often than not, you're going to have a consolidation here. I would like to revert the fact that I said this is sell bias now that I have studied the other pairs, and I'd like to say that I would want to patiently wait, see a break above or below this structure to figure out, is dollar stronger than the yen or is yen stronger than the dollar, because they're both strong currency pairs, and in my opinion this may continue to range for a little while longer. USD CAD, at the moment the structure of this market is very unclear. We are getting signs of the CAD that had been rallying to the downside starting to deplete, but in terms of structure and behavior, there's a lot of traffic. I don't really want to work with it until it clears up. Obviously, I'd much prefer to support the dollar, but until the dollar really starts to create a trend, I'll step away from this one. Euro USD, I think, Euro Aussie dollar. Personally, the euro is not showing any signs of strength at the moment, so I would support the continued downtrend here. With New Zealand dollar USD, we're supporting the dollar. Euro New Zealand dollar here again, we're not too sure what's happening with the euro, and in terms of this structure, I don't support continuing to sell New Zealand dollar, even though it has been in a downtrend, simply because we have started to consolidate. Euro yen, as I said, we've gathered evidence from Euro USD, USDJPY, that the dollar is strong, yen is strong, they're both consolidating. Euro is weak, yen is strong. I prefer to sell the structure of this market, and with pound JPY we're seeing strength with the yen, so personally I would much prefer to support the yen right now in terms of looking for a potential reversal, but the structure is unclear. We could continue bullish or we could continue bearish. Be very careful with pound JPY, but I would really love to get your opinion on pound JPY, and I would really love to get your opinion on gold. I don't think that anybody could really be calling buys here yet, or calling buy structure with the breaks below some of these major structures here with this strong impulsive move to the downside. I think at the moment, at least for the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm only going to be sell bias, and if we do finally break below some of these structural lows, then I'll be looking to see the market come back down to some of these areas potentially next week. So I hope you've enjoyed that analysis. Have a great trading week. Just remember, everybody, this is of my own opinion, so this is not financial advice. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, but other than that, have a fantastic Sunday and enjoy the rest of your week. or should I say, the week coming up. Hey, smash that like button, turn on notifications, subscribe if you haven't, and until next time, continue to trust the process.